What's going on, guys? Zuko back with another Dragonflight video. Hope you're all doing very well. We're getting very, very close to the new patch coming up, patch 10.1, and obviously the new raid and all that fun stuff, the new continent down below. I want to talk about the tier set bonus again for Enhancement Shaman and just go over a couple of quick, rotational issues that might come up for some of you guys in terms of when you're used to pressing Sundering versus when you're going to need to press Sundering with the new tier set bonus. So the entire tier set bonus is, of course, centered around Sundering and making sure you put certain abilities before Sundering and after Sundering is going to increase your damage dramatically. Of course, it completely depends on what build you're running, but I'm going to sort of postulate that you might want to run a build that has to do with fire damage, and you might want to take Fire Nova instead of Hailstorm. Let's just pretend like you're going to do a build that's kind of like this, but again, you can adapt this to whichever build you're doing. Just keep that in mind, okay? I was queuing up for the raid, but I'm going to leave the queue now because it's not proccing. So let's look at the tier set bonus and what it does and what I'm talking about. So number one, when you press Sundering, you get 24% mastery. So after you press Sundering, you get 24% mastery. That, of course, buffs Fire, Frost, Nature damage. No matter what build you're doing, essentially, you're going to be getting benefits from that, okay? Number two, Sundering increases your physical and fire damage by 20% each. And then your next two chain lightnings, of course, do extra damage. So what you need to do is to make sure that you're getting all of your damage inside this 15-second Sundering window. And one of the most important things you don't want to do is to consume your Primordial Wave buff before you do Sundering. Because again, when you press Sundering, you get 24% more mastery. That's 24% more nature damage, which all those lightning bolts that are going to cleave from Primordial Wave, those need to be inside the Sundering window, not before the Sundering window. So the very first thing you need to think about is when you get your Primordial Wave haste window going, it must come after Sundering, not before Sundering. Okay, that's kind of the first big thing you want to do. So what I'm going to say is, before you press Sundering, you want to press Feral Spirits and you want to press Primordial Wave. You're not going to consume Primordial Wave. You just want to press it and have it ready to go. Have the buff ready to be consumed, okay? Right after you press Sundering, you want to make sure that you then spread your Flame Shocks with your Lava Lash from your Primordial Wave that you already pressed. Then detonate the Primordial Wave within the Sundering window, and you're going to get your big haste window, and then you need to make sure that you press Fire Nova, of course, because it's going to generate a bunch of Maelstrom weapon stacks, and generally speaking, Fire Nova, you can get 2 of them inside this new 15-second Sundering window. I've tried this even with Bloodlust and without. And with Bloodlust, you could almost fit 3 Fire Novas into a Sundering window. But just for the sake of argument, on average, you're going to be able to fit 2 Fire Novas into your Sundering window if you're going to run a Fire Nova build. If you're running a Hailstorm build, you can get 3 Frost Shocks into the Sundering window. Just kind of keep that in mind, okay? Just so you understand that. So let me just show you this in slow motion, and then I'll speed it up later. The dummies have been acting really strangely. I haven't been able to spread my Flame Shocks very well. The entire PTR is kind of laggy. Just keep this all in mind, okay? I'm not doing this in Valdrakken because it's lag city over there. So here's what we're going to do. Before Sundering, we must press Feral Spirits and Primordial Wave, okay? So I'm going to add a Flame Shock over here just for the sake of showing you some of the damage, but don't look at the damage. This is about the rotations, okay? So here, we're going to go Feral Spirits first, then Primordial Wave, then I'm going to Sundering right now. Sundering, then I spread the Lava Lash. It, of course, I didn't spread because this is all borked, but we're going to try and spread it again. Spread, there, my Flame Shock is spread, then I detonate, then I Fire Nova. It's all inside this Sundering window up here, okay? Now, this is all, it all kind of got borked because of the problem with the Flame Shock not spreading. But I'm going to show you this very fast. Once we get Sundering back, I'll show you this again in real time. So we're just going to wait. We're going to chill. The other important thing you want to do, once you're done doing your opening Primordial Wave haste window, okay? Once you're done doing that, one of your things that you're going to be doing is, of course, tab targeting to spread your Lashing Flames debuff. Here's what we're going to do. You ready? We're going to do the full reset right now. Ready for this? Okay. We're going to go Wolves, Whoops, I did the wrong thing. Wolves, here we go. Wolves, Primordial Wave, Sundering, then spread it with Lava Lash, then Lightning Bolt, then Fire Nova. Boom. Then you're off to the races. Then you need to consume your 2 Chain Lightning buffs that you get from the tier set bonus. That's the other big thing you want to do. Your Lava Lash is going to come up cool. And the Wolves are back. Fire Nova's back. That's my second Fire Nova inside the Sundering window. You see how that works? Okay. Unfortunately, these things are all kind of bugged right now. But I just wanted you to get kind of the theory of it down pat. So before you pull, you want to do Feral Spirits into Primordial Wave. Then you do Sundering, and your buff is online. Then you do Lava Lash to spread those Flame Shocks. Lightning Bolt to get your Primordial Wave buff going. Then Fire Nova, okay? Very important. That's your first Fire Nova inside the Sundering window. You'll get a second Fire Nova right as the Sundering buff window from your tier set bonus is ending. You will get one more Fire Nova in that window. Again, if you're running Frost Shock, the Frost Shock build with Hailstorm, you're going to get probably 3 Frost Shocks instead of 2 Fire Novas. That's how that works, okay? So just keep that in mind. I'm going to try and do it faster now. Hopefully the Flame Shock spreading actually works. I'm going to reload my UI just in case that's what the problem is. It's really annoying that it doesn't work. But I'm going to show you it in real time. Remember, the important thing here is to have your... Oh, I can't type reload. Is to make sure your Sundering window, you're capitalizing on as much damage as you can shove into that Sundering window as possible. So, once again, really quickly, I'll just say it one more time for the record here. You're going to do Feral Spirits, then Primordial Wave, because, again, you're going to generate 10 stacks of Maelstrom Weapon. You don't want to do Primordial Wave before Feral Spirits because you're missing out on some cooldown reduction, okay? Feral Spirits, Primordial Wave, Sundering, Lava Lash, Lightning Bolt, Fire Nova. Okay? Make sense? I'm going to spread 1 extra Flame Shock at the beginning here, so just be aware of that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Feral Spirits, Primordial Wave, Sundering, Lava Lash. It didn't spread. Unlucky. Okay, we're just going to do this for a second. Okay, spread it right now. There we go. Lightning Bolt, Fire Nova. Then we go crazy. Our Wolves are back again. We're doing those Chain Lightnings. Make sure... We're not going to get 2 Fire Novas in the window, but you get the idea. It's really, really annoying that this is all bugged right now, but we're doing our best. Then, your general gameplay rotation for a Fire Focus build is, of course, tab targeting through enemies and Lava Lashing them in order to get the Flashing Flames debuff. Keep up your Flame Shocks. Our Wolves are back. Let's go. Our Sundering is coming back. Okay. We're going to spread our Primordial Wave first. Here's Primordial Wave. Into Sundering. We spread it around. Lightning Bolt. Fire Nova. There's the first Fire Nova. Fire Nova's coming back. We're tab targeting. We're doing those Chain Lightnings. Big Chain Lightnings there. Then our Fire Nova's back. Second Fire Nova inside of our Sundering window. That's how it works, okay? Then you get Hot Hand procs, and you're just going to go with the Hot Hand procs, of course. That's your general, regular kind of rotational stuff going on there, okay? That's how it works. So... the main thing to take away from this is to make sure you're plugging as much damage into the Sundering window as you can. You do not activate your haste window from Primordial Wave before Sundering. Otherwise, because if you do that, you're missing out on 24% more damage from your Lightning Bolt. And trust me, Lightning Bolt is doing a crap load of damage now. It did a lot before, but it's doing a lot now if you put it inside the Sundering window. Okay, just keep that in mind. Sundering is this huge window that you activate now. So make sure you do Feral Spirits into Primordial Wave, then go Sundering. You activate the buff, and then Lava Lash, Lightning Bolt, Fire Nova. Then you're into your regular rotation, which is like tab targeting with Lava Lash, Crash Lightning. Activate those extra Chain Lightnings. Make sure you consume those 2 Chain Lightnings that are doing double damage. Make sure you do those. And then again, fit 1 more second Fire Nova inside that Sundering window. If you're doing the Hailstorm build, of course, it's different. You're going to be running this, and you're going to make sure that you get those 3 Frost Shocks inside of the Fire Nova, the Sundering window. I'll try and show you that right here. I'm not running Ice Strike. Just, you probably will on the live servers. Just keep that in mind. But then it's going to look a little bit different. So again, same opener, Feral Spirits, Primordial Wave, Sundering. And then we're going to add 1 more Flame Shock here, try and spread it. There we go. Then we go Lightning Bolt and Frost Shock. Then we're tab targeting. Okay, I use my Chain Lightning Spender, Frost Shock to my second Frost Shock. Tab targeting with Lava Lash. 1 more Chain Lightning into a Frost Shock, and I fit it into that window right there at the very end not sure if you saw that. That was my triple Frost Shock into the Sundering window to make sure that I got the full benefit from the Mastery bonus. And you can see Frost Shock's going to end up being a lot of your damage. So it's the same thing as Fire Nova, but you're making sure to fit 3 Frost Shocks into the Sundering window, okay? Just wanted to do a video on that just to show you guys about the kind of change in mentality. We need to make sure we're very careful with our Sundering now. When we want to press it, make sure that we're kind of prepped and ready to go. Press Feral Spirits into Primordial Wave, then do the Sundering, then spread it around, then do the Lightning Bolt detonation, and then you're either doing Fire Nova or Frost Shock, whatever your kind of build is. Make sure to fit as much of that damage into this new tier set bonus window that we're getting from Sundering, and you'll get tons of extra. That's how you want to maximize your damage moving into 10.1, okay? Remember, you're not going to get this tier set bonus probably until week 2 of the new once the new raid kind of comes out and you get a couple of pieces from there, yada yada. So you're not going to have this right away, but just remember, once you do get this online, this is kind of a rotation priority list that you're going to want to be thinking about as you do it, okay? Thank you guys so much again for watching. I love you all. I will see you in the next one.